literally my entire life.
I know.
You were roommates.
Roommates.
First off, I want to thank everyone for coming. I know Destination is really tough, Destination Wedding, and I know it means a lot to our staff. So thank you very much for coming. I've known Amber literally my entire life. When Amber asked me to do this speech, very, very honored. I was very humble. Growing up with Amber was a very, very different experience. Some people grew up without brothers and sisters. I was very fortunate enough to have both. But I was truly blessed to actually have a twin brother. Someone who I still, to this day, call my best friend. For the first 18 years, we literally did everything together. Thanks to my mom and sister, we even wore the same clothes. Through the early years, it was about two things. Sports and double stuffed Oreos. 20 years later, not much has changed. Amor and I were always into sports. We did basketball, soccer, football, volleyball. I mean, you name it, we did it. And then when I was 8, parents had this brilliant idea to move from Wisconsin to Arizona. But at the time, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. But little did we know, this is where Amor would eventually find his one true love. Phoenix is where Amor's journey began. I remember the first time I actually got Amor to talk to her. We were in 7th grade, and it was just after lunch. I was in the hallway at Western Scott Middle School, hanging out the lockers. Alumni out there, awesome. I was just hanging out by the lockers, and from the end of the hallway, I hear Amor scream, quote unquote, "I'm an NFL running back, watch out." And he's running through the hallways, full blast, spitting on people and whatnot. So I did what any other good twin brother would do, and I stuck my foot out. And I seriously think Megan was in that group because he went flying into the popular girls group at the time, and they were doing their makeup or talking about their first kiss or whatever they did in 7th grade. And he literally must have knocked down 2 or 3 girls. After peeling them off the ground, somehow Amor just becomes good friends with them. And that's the guy that Amor is. You want to strangle him 1 minute, but you can't because he's a lovable guy. And because he's no exercise. High school is where Amor was in his comfort zone. People always used to say that Amor and I could have a conversation when I was on one end of the school and he was on the other. You can always hear us wherever we were. But Amor did most of his talking on the field. Amor was a superior athlete. He played the big man down there in basketball. He had the most responsible job in football, playing tackle and protecting the quarterback's blind side. And shit you not, Amor would have been the greatest tennis player Millennium High School has ever seen. Too bad during tryouts he beamed the head coach of tennis in the face with his tennis racket. He happened to be a winner. But you know what? Amor's a smart kid, really. Actually, matter of fact, he's so smart that he figured out a way to sleep longer, get ready, and get healthy meal all at the same time. He did this all in the shower. Amor loved to eat breakfast in the shower. Mostly oatmeal, just because the hot water that he was washing himself with would drip off into the bowl. He was true story, shit you not.
It is true. While he's dumping, too.
After 18 years, in a tally of 1 broken garage door, multiple holes in the wall, and a few countless nights staying up late and watching Sports Center, high school was in the rearview mirror, and it was time we grew up. So I went off to college, to the land of the lumberjacks, and Amor worked and I went to school. Surprisingly, we actually got closer, not apart. I remember when Amor would call me, or I would call him, and just kind of ask to hear some funny stories and kind of catch up on college. But one day, I got a call from him, and his tone was different. It was like he was excited to tell me something. So that's when he told me about Stephanie. That's the day Amor's life took a turn for the better. Amor and Stephanie's relationship is something special because they are the perfect example of that saying, it comes along when you least expect it. They started off purely as friends. Hell, they even got each other some dates with other people.
Oh my God.
But as the friendship grew, so did the love. Eventually they started dating. So I know Stephanie's perfect for Amor for a few reasons. One, she feeds me well. Sometimes she'll actually all the time, Stephanie has to remind Amor to stop binge eating because he's so bored. Another reason why Stephanie's perfect for Amor is because she's not that needy girl who wants to be the center of attention all the time. As long as Stephanie has her iPhone, she's good to go. Seriously, Stephanie has so many friends that when we go to Roman's Oasis, it takes her all night just to say hi to them. That's how popular she is. This last part's been tough for me, so
You're doing great.
Keep it up, DJ Jams.
Do it.
one of my biggest fears, actually my biggest fear growing up and still to this day was never the boogeyman, you know, it wasn't snakes or spiders. It was a fear of losing my best friend. After meeting Stephanie, you know, living with you guys for almost a year and seeing the joy that you truly bring to my twin brother Stephanie, he's been the man that he is today because of you. And I realized that I'm not losing a best friend, he's just found another one. Stephanie, you're the perfect fit for Amor. You keep him on his toes and you can be yourself around him. But most importantly, you take care of my better half. And I thank you for that. I love you both.
Oh, Jamal.